The following is a presentation of the New England School of Communications in association with the Maine State Police.
I'm Colonel Patrick Fleming, Chief of the Maine State Police. Since 1925, the State Police has been providing outstanding service to the citizens of our state. Our core values of integrity, fairness, compassion, and excellence are the foundation on which we provide this service, and Maine's troopers set the standard for law enforcement in our state. Maine's troopers are expected to be role models for other members of law enforcement, as well as active members of their community. They serve as coaches, civic leaders, elected officials, and volunteers. Being a Maine State Trooper is not what you do, but who you are. And as you will see, our agency is proud of its heritage and continuously striving for excellence. Our standards are high, our mission is critical, and we are proud of those who have earned the right to be called a Maine State Trooper.
Since 1925, the Maine State Police have taken pride in protecting Maine's citizens. Guided by honor, tradition, and the four core values: integrity, fairness, compassion, and excellence. These troopers are the best of the best.
We would hope every day as a cornerstone in the Maine State Police that everybody would look at a trooper and say, we know they're honest, they're full of integrity. Fairness, some people may think sometimes, well, I got a ticket from that trooper, they weren't very fair to me. But by and large, almost every trooper I know writes more warnings than they do tickets. Compassion, troopers are the type of people who would give their life for someone they never even met. Excellence, that's why we joined this outfit. The State Police excels in everything they do. There's someone at every level of our agency who wants us to do better.
Now over 300 strong, the Maine State Police have field troops located across the state. These troopers investigate criminal activity including domestic disputes, burglaries, and homicides. They are also called upon to assist municipalities in their investigations. These duties require specialty training that takes place in classrooms and training centers. Everything from defensive tactics, physical training, firearms, and motor vehicle law to dealing with deadly force situations where seconds count.
And that's what a big part of the training is just the instinct, building muscle memory and this type of things. So when you deal with these situations, it's just automatic. It's not like, well, what should I do? What should I do here? What should I do there? Because, you know, your life can be in danger, someone else's life can be in danger.
That training is physically demanding, mentally demanding, and it tests you to the point where you do a self-check that this is really what you want to do, this is where you want to be. When you get out on the road, you're going to have those nights and those days where it's just go, go, go. You've mentally exhausted yourself, you've dealt with high-stress complaints, and you need to make sure that test that you can continue doing the job.
All cruisers are equipped with the same gear, such as hazmat suits and spike mats, so that troopers are prepared to respond to any situation, anywhere. The most highly visible role of a Maine State Trooper is patrolling Maine's highways, where routine traffic stops can have unforeseen impacts.
Helping take an unsafe driver off the street, arresting someone for drunk driving. You don't know for a fact that you saved someone's life, but it's very probable that you did.
Off-duty, troopers can be found in their communities, helping neighbors and mentoring and coaching children. Their drive to help people in need doesn't stop when the uniform comes off, but extends into everyday life.
I had an experience when an officer assisted me when I was younger, and that is what truly motivated me to want to become a police officer, so I could then return that to the community and be there for somebody else.
One of the great things in this agency is that it's not just being a law enforcement officer, which we love, it's also the many professional opportunities you have to get involved with a specialty, and these specialties are some of the best.
10-4, show me en route.
A crime has to have been committed, and it has to involve something with a dangerous weapon. It doesn't matter which weapon, but most of the time it's firearms or knives. We'll use the tactical side of things when needed, but our hope for most calls is to have it negotiated out safely. The best case scenario for us and it doesn't make the news, it doesn't make Hollywood, because it's not that exciting. It's for them to simply say, yes, I'll come out and I surrender.
The crisis negotiation team works hand in hand with the tactical team. These highly trained troopers use a variety of technology such as throw phones and robots, but the most important tool is listening.
If I'm listening and not just trying to talk, I hear someone for the crisis they're actually in. And then when they're able to want to talk about a solution, we can craft a legitimate solution that'll get them the help they need.
Information is crucial to resolve these situations. The Incident Management Assistance Team gathers data via satellite atop the mobile command unit.
We're able to, right from the command post, able to access tons of information, coordinate resources, right from finding out what the weather may be 5 hours in the future for the tactical team while they're outside against the elements, to any type of information needed necessary to find out who we're dealing with or who's in crisis.
Some situations require specialized services only a dog can provide. The Maine State Police has 24 canine teams and assists with the training of 31 municipal and county teams statewide. These dogs are called in on a variety of cases.
Lost children, criminals who run from crime scenes, whether it's motor vehicle accidents, burglaries, rapes. Our drug searches involve vehicle searches, buildings, packages, and also people.
The K9 unit also relies on help from the air wing when tracking suspects.
When we're searching for criminals who are running from the police, we will be able to have eyes in the sky, so to speak. While the canines are tracking the person on the ground, the pilots above would be able to give us projected directions of travel, so we could set up perimeter units to pick up the person as they exit a wooded area.
When a dog locates an explosive device or calls for suspect devices come in, the bomb team is deployed. These troopers rely on new technology to disarm explosives safely. One such device is a multi-purpose robot.
We can go down on a device now with the robot, an X-ray with the robot. We can set explosive charges, we can disrupt a package using a water cannon. We can assist a tactical team doing explosive entries. And even when we get into large vehicle bombs, we have attachments to the robot.
Another safety advancement is the new age Kevlar suit.
There are times when we do have to go down on a device where we can't use a robot, or we have to go hands-on a device, and it's nice having that piece of equipment. The survivability and the blast with the new suits is phenomenal.
When serious crimes occur anywhere in the state, the Criminal Investigation Division is called. There are 3 CIDs serving Maine that deal with crimes ranging from child abuse to homicides. They canvass neighborhoods, interview witnesses, and try to find answers.
It's almost like a play or a puzzle. We'll try to orchestrate who we're dealing with, identify the victim, because obviously the victim in the majority of the cases won't be able to tell us what exactly happened, so we're basically the eyes and ears of that victim.
Evidence is part of every case. It's the evidence response team's job to gather and document evidence and find its relationship to the scene.
You only have one chance to go to a scene and be able to try to determine what happened. If you have a fingerprint in blood, what is more important, the fingerprint or the DNA? How do you get both? So it's very important not just to measure and to collect and to transport to the lab. Our expertise comes in when you're trying to determine what happened at the scene.
Once evidence is collected, it's taken to the crime lab for processing. Then it can be used in court to gain convictions.
They'll process physical evidence for the presence of any number of different physical things such as hairs, fibers, paint, glass, gunshot residue, blood, semen, saliva. And they'll attempt to find a link between that evidence to a person or to a particular scene.
Not all evidence is found at the scene. Sometimes it is submerged in the cold waters of Maine. The Maine State Police dive team faces these harsh conditions year-round while conducting underwater documentation and investigation.
Many times we'll work with Criminal Investigation Division. It may be related to a homicide or another case that they may be working. It may be one of the field troops that has a burglary case, may have had evidence from one of their investigations disposed of in a lake or a pond or river. We also do body recovery for drownings and deaths in navigable tidal water.
In matters of homeland security, the dive team works in conjunction with the U.S. Navy for ship inspections in Maine's harbors. Maine State Police divisions work with a number of other agencies in this arena, but a unique pairing of the tactical team and the Maine Marine Patrol stands out. This one-of-a-kind Maine maritime security team uses high-speed protective boats to shuttle squads to target ships, a rather difficult maneuver.
Picture this, you know, a target vessel underway, whether it be 10, 12, 15, 20 knots, and you taking another vessel loaded with 12 people that are expecting you to get it right the first time, and getting that vessel there close enough so that TAC team officers can board that vessel without falling in or getting bounced off or what have you. And then providing additional security while the boarding's taking place.
While there are hundreds of miles of coastline in Maine to protect, the Maine State Police are also charged with protecting Maine's border with Canada alongside the Border Patrol. Troop F, located in Aroostook County, oversees portions of 4 counties, making it the state's largest patrol area connecting the two countries. Protection doesn't stop at border crossings, but extends well beyond state boundaries with the work of the Computer Crimes Unit. Through networking with sister departments, this team has located exploited children in Canada, Maryland, and Georgia.
The bulk of the crimes we investigate involve some form of child exploitation, whether it's child pornography or solicitation. However, we also are involved in most other serious crimes. Pretty much every homicide that comes through the state of Maine now somehow involves a computer, whether it's looking for a relationship between the suspect or victim, or looking for items that the suspect may have searched on the internet.
With ever-changing technology, this unit's job is expanding to cover cell phones and video recording devices. Their services are extended to local, county, state, and federal agencies. Safeguarding Maine's first family is the job of the Executive Protection Unit. These troopers are skilled in assessing threats and providing personal protection to the governor and visiting dignitaries. Since the department was formed in 1925, honor and pride have been the foundation of the Maine State Police. The pipe and drum unit represent departmental pride publicly through performances, parades, and memorial services.
There's no better feeling at the end of the day when you go home. There's such a sense of accomplishment that it's hard to imagine doing any other work.
Integrity.
Fairness.
Compassion.
Excellence.
That's what being a Maine State Trooper is all about.